I ask you, CNN's reporting today that Donald Trump wrote the foreword for a book published by the illustrious Trump University. You went to Harvard Law School. I'm sorry you couldn't get into Trump. The book's called Asset Protection 101, Tax and Legal Strategies of the Rich. And among the chapters in the book is one titled, The Greatest Tax Shelter in the World, Owning Your Own Business. It's basically a paint-by-numbers guide on how to avoid paying taxes on capital gains made from real estate. Doesn't this even add more fuel to the fire as to why he should release his returns so the public can see, has he been paying his fair share?
I don't think so, because Trump has said, I have tried to take advantage of the system in every way legally possible, because that's what a businessman does. You take advantage of tax loopholes. He has personally advocated, though, for the closing of loopholes and deductions. He doesn't think it's fair, but to be competitive, you have to take advantage of those. And if Trump was doing something so mischievous in his taxes, so wrong, so unethical, he's been audited more than probably any businessman in this city. I think it would have come out in one of the audits. So he's doing everything perfectly legal. He's taking advantage, as any businessman would do, of the tax system, but he's advocating for change because he doesn't think it's right.
And Margaret, we've been hearing about this third-party challenge that people are trying to get going, whether it's Mitt Romney or Bill Kristol or others. It looks like they're giving up, that they haven't been able, or at least Mitt Romney is. Where do the people who are Republicans and have yet to embrace Donald Trump, or maybe even are never Trump, what do? They really do ultimately have to come up with a decision between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, don't they?
There's a long time between now and November. I think a lot of people still have time to make up their minds. I mean, a lot of people, there are people who just simply won't vote for Donald Trump, but there is a lot of time to see what happens in this election and decide where to go. Outside, as you know more than anybody, this election is going to be decided based on variables and outside events that will shape the course of this race between now and then. We can't even predict. Like, the same way we couldn't predict Donald Trump would have locked up this nomination before Hillary Clinton had. So, I mean, it sounds like a punchline, but it's the truth of the matter. Back to Kayleigh's point, I just want to say, on the taxes, it's not about legality. I don't think anybody doubts Donald Trump is doing this, for the most part, legally. I think the question is simply
entirely legally.
Transparency is what this is about. This is about, is he paying the kind of marginal tax rate that people think is fair? Is he actually giving to charity? Is he actually writing off business expenses to pay for his lavish lifestyle? And is that sort of how he's, he does have a whole chapter about depreciation in that book, and how you can write off about $100,000 every year in depreciation and cost yourself no money. So it's just that the transparency and the tell on the character of the person when you see what their taxes reveal.
I want to